Welcome to the Mills Knows Bills podcast. My name is Mills Bender. I'm the founder and CEO of Mills Knows Bills, where we help you, variable income earners, master your money in 90 days. The point of this podcast is to help you make the most of your fluctuating income so you can stop living paycheck to paycheck, pay off your debt twice as fast, and get on track toward reaching both your personal and professional financial goals. Now, as I continue to grow my team here at MKB, you may have some guest hosts from time to time. However, our goal does not change. Whether we're bringing in a guest speaker, having an in-depth conversation about our personal finances, or talking about a topic that is of interest to you, our goal is to help you master your money. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Mills Knows Bills podcast. I'm your host and founder and CEO of Mills Knows Bills, Mills Bender. With us today, we have a very special guest, Brady Slack, who's going to be sharing a little bit about himself. And of course, y'all get it by this point, asking a burning financial question. So Brady, thank you for joining me this morning. Please take a moment to introduce yourself.
Yeah, Mills, thanks for having me on. I appreciate it. My name is Brady Slack. I'm managing partner of iCountry Finance. We're a full-service tax and accounting firm, and I'm co-founder in the software company Stacked. I'm born and raised in Utah. I have two boys, lovely wife. We're busy as a bee.
I love it. So now that we know a little bit about yourself, what is your burning financial question?
So I always love to talk with other advisors because it's interesting to figure out and see if there's commonalities between who are our good clients and who are not our good clients. And so my question is for you to help the listeners is, what do your best clients do? How do they interact with you that the others don't?
That's a really good question. I was actually just talking with somebody about this earlier this week where, somebody needs to be at the point where it is painful enough for them to want to make a change, but then there's the actual application of it, right? And so my best clients, the ones that I get so excited when they call, text, or email me, no matter what the issue is, they have two different qualities, both the intangible and the tangible. The intangible is the side where they really have mastered their money mindset. And that doesn't mean that they're perfect all the time. Maybe they need a little bit of a cheerleader or, hand holding, whatever it may be. But when the going gets tough with their finances, they're a little bit more resilient to those downs. And they, rather than viewing it as a point of anxiety, they channel that energy into adrenaline and say, all right, let me put my big boy or big girl pants on and let's just go with it, right? So that's the intangible side. They have a little bit more stability in their money mindset. And then on the tangible side, I love working with them because they actually do the work. They don't just say they want to do the work. It's so difficult for me to, sit by and just watch somebody squander their potential. But the ones that I love working with, I'll say, hey, this is your sales goal for the week. That way we can cross off this, and this. And they go as hard as they can towards that goal, which then allows me to make sure that we are crossing off those goals as much as we possibly can. So money mindset, and they actually do the work. Who would have thought?
Yeah, right. No, that's awesome. Well, good.
Do you have a follow-up question, or what have you found has been a good client for you?
Well, no, so I appreciate the return on question. It's interesting because we always work in an outsourced position, right? It's not my business. It's not my money. If it were my business or my money, I would probably do things differently than my client does. But because it's not my business and because it's not my money, the way that our best clients work with us is they view us as a partner. Mm-hmm. And again, kind of like what you said, the best clients that we have and the clients that we have that pay the fewest amount of taxes are the ones that actually do what we tell them to do.
Yeah.
And they ask us questions and they lean on us to give them that guidance. And that partnership allows both of us to do our job respectively and help them with whatever goal they're trying to meet. I always kind of liken our relationship sort of like Google Maps. You as the client, you have to know where you're at and where you want to go, but I'll be your Google Maps and I'll tell you how to get there. That's really what it is.
I love that analogy. That is awesome. That's awesome. So
Yeah.
your best client, of course, will view you as a partner. They trust your roadmap of sorts. And so what do you like to do best for your clients?
So I firmly believe that just because you make more money does not mean that you have to pay more tax if you do it right. And so with our clients, we really dive deep into what their structure looks like. I really want to understand what is the business activity and what is the business entity that should go along with that activity. And then once we understand that, I love to understand what is the disposable income that this client has that we can take and do more with in the right construct to make more money and pay fewer tax. Because that's going to alleviate whatever else they're doing. I feel like we do that really well, and we have a clear goal as to how we can achieve that, again, in the right working partnership with the client.
Okay. And do you only work with business owners, or do you also do individual returns?
The majority of our clients are business owners, investors, or entrepreneurs. So really heavy in the real estate space. And I say this, we really like to work with realtors or real estate investors because it makes our job really easy. The tax planning around real estate is really easy, right? But we also work a lot with like home service industries and e-commerce clients.
Nice. All right. So if somebody is in a situation where they would like to pay fewer taxes, or maybe they need a whole new accountant and, have no guidance, how could they reach out to you?
The best way is through Instagram. There's a lot of different free resources. You can click the link on my bio to schedule appointments, or go to our website, www.highcountryfinance.com.
Okay. And what's your Instagram handle?
The Brady Slack.
The Brady Slack. Yes, you are the Brady Slack. So if you would like to reach out to
that's a good thing.
I love when there's like official or the official and then the person's name.
Yeah, look up Brady Slack. You'll find me, I'm sure. It's not hard.
No, and I think we follow each other anyway, so it's a real easy way for people to find you as well. Okay, so somebody who is watching or listening to this episode, if you feel like you are the perfect type of client for Brady, or maybe you would like to become the perfect type of client for him, and you'd like to reach out, be sure to follow him and message him on Instagram, or you can go to his website. Both of those links will be in the show notes below, so you don't need to memorize it. You can just scroll down, click on the button, and be taken right there. If you have any other questions about what you can do to manage your money mindset, or how you can actually apply the financial plan that you've instated for your life, you can reach out to me by going to my website, millsknowsbills.com. Thank you all for joining us today. And Brady, thank you for taking time out of your day to have a quick little chat with me.
Thanks, Mills.
If you stuck around long enough to get to this part of the podcast, I just want to say thank you. We really appreciate the fact that you take the time to listen to the content in its entirety, because we do pour our hearts and soul into every single piece of content we let out. So thank you for being here. I want to let you know that if you're in a space where you're trying to level up your finances, you can always snag some free resources on our YouTube channel, Instagram. You're always welcome to email us at info@millsknowsbills.com. And if you're interested in taking part of any of our coaching programs or courses, be sure to mention our podcast to get a special discount, okay? We want to make sure that you are making the most of your financial investment. Again, I am your host, Mills Bender, founder and CEO of Mills Knows Bills. Thank you so much for listening. And just because I gotta, here's a quick little disclaimer. I want to remind you that this podcast is strictly discussion, okay? It's general, it's educational in nature. We don't provide any specific tax, investment, legal, or financial advice on this podcast with respect to any particular individual, okay? So if you're in a situation where you need specific help, please consult your own advisor regarding your unique situation because it's not a one size fits all.